Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun, a 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll, on the go. I swore, I swore, I swore. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I miss my baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and I only know it takes time. You can get it, got no worries, I'm gon' make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate now. For my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Trans. For real, 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 really real, really real, really real, really real, for real, for real, for real, for real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not puzzle making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. For real, 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 for real. Really real, really real, really real, really real. For real, for real, for real, for real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just why I live, for real. For real, 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 for real. Really real, really real, really real, really real. For real, for real, for real, for real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real.
Good morning all. Happy Friday to all. Hope we're all well and doing good. Let's get it. NFP day, First Friday of every single month is NFP, and today is the day. So looks like market is waiting for some sort of NFP data because we're not seeing the massive moves with the rest of the news. But that makes me believe that NFP, we will expect one of the numbers. Now, this is what it tells me. I expect one of the numbers to come out higher or lower. I don't expect numbers to come out the same. And I expect then a significant move from that. So, yeah, let's have a look at what the charts are saying. And yeah, that's how it is. Wasn't in yesterday, CST in the USA, not ideal time to be resting up. It's all good, man. So yeah, let's see what price has done. Yesterday we had some GBP news here. So in terms of rate decision, they decided to reduce the rates like we were expecting. We saw rates come down to now 4.5 in line with the US, and yeah, it's basically in line with the US now. And let me just fix my secondary camera. Give me a sec. Okay. It's in line with the US, and that was it. So we saw a continuation down on the pound because higher interest rates do lead to a stronger pound. And now that they've lowered it, we've seen a little bit of weakness continue here. So if we check where we've landed on the daily, we've broken our all-important zone here around that daily support, and we do have quite an opening down here. Now, would be healthy to see a pullback first, retest into these levels, and then can take some sells, possibly all the way down to 184s. Does it happen in one go? Definitely not. I would be very surprised if it did, to be honest. But yeah, looking at how the session is, we are technically mixed bias here. We do have a 4-hour resistance. I'm gonna clone this. I just want to see what that is on lower time frame. 4-hour resistance here. There we go. So 4-hour resistance there. In the previous pass, we have a little bit of support here. For us, let's go back to what we're looking at here. Okay, 4-hour support there. So today mixed session bias. Do I trust the buys above here? Probably not, right? Where's the 4-hour resistance here? Could see some relief, right? We could see some relief. I mean, today could be as simple as buys above, sells below. But I don't believe it. I don't trust that it's gonna just pick a direction and go. Yeah, I feel it will. Look, we've had a lot of push down, but we're not at a higher time frame target actually. Friday plus NFP, yeah, this is a big liquidity grab for continuation down. So this will be simple for me to actually compute here. What I think I want to see is I want to see some sort of structure below here, even if it's on a 5-minute, to give me trust that this sells, because this is more of a rejection wick. If I see, what would be actually clear? What would be clear as day is to come down here with a wick, retest maybe here, close back inside the range. If there's an opportunity, we can trade in the range back up. If not, then get the close above here. That will be simple, right? If not, I want to see support above here for buys and just see how it forms. But it's pretty simple. Our ranges, we can sell in here and buy in here, so it's not too difficult. Let's just see 30-minute. See what our Asian range is here. See 9 a.m. Actually 10 a.m. Where's 10 there. Yeah, it's pretty simple range, to be honest. Both sides are clean. You know, we're ultimately more bearish than bullish, but I'm thinking more of a retracement, and then it starts to pick sells maybe from somewhere up here. So let's see how that forms, and we can look to capitalize off that. Yeah, we can look to capitalize off that. I think that could be interesting. You can see how like we trickle up here a little bit before we go down. So we could see that continue up, retest into that 4-hour resistance and then want to go down. The thing is that it all the way to get up there is already like 25 pips, so it is a tradable range, right? It's not like we can just ignore it and say I'm canceling that out. So I'd say that is the plan there, waiting to see our price closes above the range and then tackling it from there. So if we're looking at gold here, on the other hand, gold is, dropped yesterday, pretty heavy drop here. Yesterday in the exclusive group, the guys cooked here, nice setup one. They took these sells here, boom, to reach into the support and see if it can continue. Price continued actually. See our trailing strategy. This is where trailing strategy could be strong. Actually pretty harsh rejection, but after that rejection, it was pretty smooth sailing. So I think what's crazy is that we pulled back directly into our previous range here. So we literally just retested into this 4-hour zone, where pretty much well below it. I wouldn't even consider that a retest, but it's like not today. That's it. Daily's leaving not even a concerning candle. It's not even engulfing the previous candle. It's grabbing liquidity. So NFP, that's something I want to talk about right now, is NFP. So with NFP coming today, they're expecting 4.1 unemployment rate and they're expecting numbers to come out at 169. I would say that I expect maybe to see unemployment rate tick up a little bit here. Wouldn't be out of the surprise, 0.1%, which would also maybe increase employment change, because to go from 256 to 169 is a drastic drop. So maybe it comes out slightly higher. It comes out slightly higher. And with that event, initially there should be a whipsaw, so maybe a liquidity grab down. But if the event comes out where we see unemployment rate tick up and employment change tick up, we will see gold on a bullish move and a short-term pullback in Dixie. So let's see where the Dixie is to see if that makes sense technically for a pullback. This zone has been key, this zone here that I marked on the charts here, that 110. 110, this zone I have been very, very, very important zone, as you can see. Every time we wick into it, we see that. So today with unemployment, we could lose this lows here. But at the same time, we're respecting the lows here. We have left a rejection, so it's actually double-sided here, to be honest. You could even argue it could bounce from here, or this is the time we break it. Kind of like a head and shoulders pattern forming, so it's showing some weakness. We obviously can't pass the 110. Now, I could be completely wrong. We could see unemployment rate come back better, and we could see numbers, basically do well, right? We could see numbers do well. It could come back as much higher, right? We could see it come back closer to, we can see it come back closer to previous forecasts here, but yeah, a small tick up in here would make sense, and yeah, that's what I would expect over that. What makes you think unemployment rate will go up? Oh, based on just, Trump coming in and how that's gonna affect businesses short term. It's a very small increase. I'm talking about 0.1%, especially when they kind of forecast a lower number like this. So if there's been less employment, right, that means that, so think about it like, kind of stupid logically. So if there's less people being employed in the previous month, then surely that means that unemployment it kind of like balances it up, Deportation also causes unemployment. Yes, it does. But I don't think that that's enough. They have had mass deportation, but I don't think that's enough to cause it. I would say other factors are bigger. I don't think that factor is bigger, So we will see. We will see what comes out with that news. But initially here, what's happening in prices, we do end up having actually a bearish session. We do have a bearish session, and yeah, previous daily bearish, previous 4-hour bearish. But today I'm gonna still be mixed. Reason being is gold is so bullish on higher time frame. Even though we have a bearish session today, I'm gonna consider this as a mixed session just because of higher time frame, right? And that's enough for me to convince that. So let me show you how I'm gonna tackle this session. So 4-hour resistance here. So for sells today, See how we're forming here on lower time frame. Actually, this was the sell. This was the sell of the day. What time was that? That was, yeah, before the session. This was the sell. If I was gonna take a sell, doesn't get easier than this. This is beautiful, man. Wow. Check this out. What is that? 20 pip stops. Nice. Very easy. Create break of structure. Even if you entered on this one, it's fine. But you got a second chance below this 4 hour here. Closed bullish and then closed below. This is very, very interesting setup here. Very nice setup, clean. So now to continue these sells, I would prefer to see a pullback to continue down. Now for the buys today as well, you probably want to be buying. Actually, buys a little bit harder. So the deeper it goes down, the better. With more information, we could potentially look to buy from here to here, but getting a bit of a small range. Again, today's NFP day on gold, so we might just be a little bit messy today. So we want to be taking A+ setups. What I mean by A+ setups is no risky shots. No, let's try to push through this zone. Let's see if volume can get us through this zone. None of that, because we can't rely on that. Price action can be extremely messy. What I notice on NFP days is that on gold, price loves to liquidity grab the shit out. A lot of big wicks, stopping people out just to grab liquidity, right? Just to grab liquidity to do what? To mess people up before news. So I notice that happens a lot on NFP days. So how do you not be part of that liquidity? Proper setup, proper stop loss placement, protected by structure. So even if the liquidity grab comes, you're not going to be affected. So sells on 1 hour. Oh, that's not a 1 hour. 1 hour has room to down here. 15 minutes is sitting very, very close to this previous support here. So I need some more information. Like I said, I prefer the pullback than fake out back in. That would be a lot better. This technically did close below 4 hours support, but the range is tiny here with 9 pips range. Same thing on 30 minute. We do have the same 30 minute there. So again, this was the sell. This was really the sell here. And although not in my time, but you have to consider that. There's nothing you can do about that. That is where you would want to be in to catch this move, because that's where your big clean candle zone. So you trying to sell here is basically trying to sell at target, which is not the best option here. So we'll see how price action wants to develop, because this could be the liquidity. We could see a quick liquidity grab down like this to go and maybe flip. So that's how it is, That's what we could see here. It could be enough to flip price. And you end up taking buys above here actually to let price go towards the upside, right? And then that's what you see happen, Now, if it fails here at the 4 hour again, you can sell one more time, right? You can take the same sell that happened. You can take that again, right? So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. That bullish liquidity grab not enough to sell now. Your range, the liquidity grab means nothing. Liquidity grab can mean retest, but your range is the problem. Your range is the problem. See what he's sending here? Sells after structure. Yeah, this is the problem here, right? So this is fine. This idea is good. That's fine. This is the problem here, because you sell into this. We've already started to see some rejection. So you could just get any rejection can come from here, especially with gold being super bullish. I think this is what people are going to miss, is like, look at this trend. You see this? This could just be a pullback to continue up. And people will be looking for this whole move to reverse. But the clean candles have been filled, so we can't do anything about that. Or, I mean, you could try sell it at the lows, but it would be risky. Can you show the 4 hour support where it's sitting on the 4 hour support? Yeah, this one from yesterday. I just have it still marked up from yesterday. This one here, Well, it's closed below. It's not sitting at. It's closed below that 4 hour support. So this is from yesterday, but it's still reacting off it, right? Still reacting off it. So I just left it on for today, because if not, I would mark it as a 15, I would just mark it as a 15. So I just left it where it was yesterday, but we've closed below it. So that's why. How to deal with tiny level like this? How relevant is the green line? Yeah, you can mark it like that. You just mark it like that. You always want to mark on top. Don't mark on bottom. So you move it to the top, So yeah, I got it as 15. Yeah, I just left it on as 4 because it's from yesterday. I think I got this part of my analysis wrong on gold this morning. Yeah, I mean, this would be the trade, right? You take this now, and then you'd have to go break even because it tapped target. Unless you just hold full SL and trust today is only going to continue down. Which is possible, but we don't know. Especially on an NFP day, we don't know. Look, the sell was like, you are selling the lows here. The sell, this was the area you want to capitalize in, you know? This is the area you want to capitalize in. So don't be FOMOing down here for no reason. When you just shown up to the market, dictating, oh, it has to go down right now. No, you don't know. This is where you take your loss like that. Boom. It's where you lose these trades very quickly. It could dump all the way down here right now. No problems. But you don't know that because in terms of this being a target, we are very, very close to target. Right? We're very, very close. So you selling up here, you have so much room. Even if this reverses, you still have so much room. So much room. You know, so you don't want to be that. If you would take the sell, would you go filling the wick? Or you mean, would I go here? Break of wick or filling, or which one? Yeah, I'd go break of this to fill this wick, yeah. Otherwise, there's no point of taking it straight into this support, right? It would be very, very silly, you know? It would be silly to take it like that. You'd want to take it break of low to get to here and go break even 9 pips. Now you're like 15 pips in profit. It should not, but you need 30 pips to get to TP. So it has some business to do. It's around halfway to TP, you know. The thing is, how do we know? I called the earlier sell. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, that makes sense. So yeah, let's have a look at DAX here, one of our pairs. So DAX is consolidating at all-time highs now. Daily time frame has closed on a new all-time high. Very strong closure here on DAX all-time high. 4-hour time frame closing bullish. So full bullish bias session. Everything is bullish at the moment. Everything is pointed up. So DAX would just be breakout trades today. Pretty simple. All-time high breakouts. Unless it wants to reverse, but we don't know that. We don't know that. I'm not going to be trading in this range. That's very clear to me not to trade in this range. And that's what I'd be looking for. It's just a breakout. Hopefully closer towards the London session. London Open. If price breaks down today, let it break down for NFP day, no problem. Let it reverse. And that's it. You can let it chill. Let it chill. Let it reverse. And we'll come back to it on Monday once it's created some price action. But I'm not going to be a person to sell it today, as we're very bullish. We're very bullish. Selling is very unprofitable. And I'm not here to call tops, right? You don't want to call tops. Look at that nasty wick on DAX. This must be some sort of news here, this nasty wick. It's a weird time as well, 1 a.m. You know? So weird time. A lot of liquidity grabs here. You're actually seeing quite a few. This one, this one, this one, this big one. So we will see. We will see what ends up happening there. GJ as well, trying to attempt that resistance. Gold trying to make it on its way down here. So it did get the volume, but you don't know. You don't know. You take the gamble, but you don't want to do that on an NFP day all the time. That's unprofitable long term. But people who take it today, I saw some people attempt it. It's fine to attempt it, but you're playing a little bit riskier. So make sure you have profits to play with that, because the sell was from here to here. So if you're happy to take this, why not take that? You see what I mean? You know, this is the argument here, you know, because yes, there'll be some days it plays out, but then the days it doesn't, you're playing with 50-50. This, if it doesn't play out, I can say confidently that it was a correct trade to take. And you just got unlucky today. Not everything should win, right? Not everything you should win, you know? So that's how it works. In case you I didn't miss your message, brother. You just have to be patient. I was just doing my analysis, if that's fine. If it's urgent, then post it in here. You know, if it's urgent. But I just wanted to do my analysis of the charts before I start trading. And before I start doing anything, just so I know what I'm doing. So once I finish my analysis, I'll look at that. As I said, if it's urgent, you post it in here. I thought you were answering are just questions I've been answering, bro. So if you want to send, like I said, if it's something, just pop a chart in here. But that's what I said, you know. If it's just a quick question, pop the chart in here. But if you want me to look at it properly, like you said, go to London session, then I'll finish my analysis and do that. So yeah, that's the analysis, guys. Now we see what ends up happening. This candle is about to close above here. So it'll also be the 30 and 1 hour close. So we'll see how this closes. This could be an interesting close. Based on a 1 hour time frame, it totally does make sense to continue up here. 36 pips for 29 to there. No 5-minute structure, which is very bad. I would love to see 5-minute structure. Once I see 5-minute structure, this would probably be valid here. And then yeah, that's basically the analysis. So pretty easy plan overall, nothing too complex overall on the charts. And we're gonna see what ends up developing here. Gonna see what ends up developing here. Out for 0.5 RR on gold pullback. Yeah, I think best thing to do is just, oh, you got out. Yeah, this is what I mean, right? So this wouldn't have even given you this. You should have been break even, right? Only 20 pips it gave. It didn't reach the support, so you just get out break even. So in this zone, it can reject anywhere, but don't close early, because what if you're taking these type of trades, okay, and you lost this trade, you're not gonna lose 0.5 RR. You're gonna lose a full 1%. You're gonna lose a full 1%. Okay. So that's the problem with these trades, is you take these trades and then you mismanage them. You're better to get up break even and allow, if you're going to give this shot, allow it to hit full TP. So if you take these type of trades in the future, you would be paid. Trust me, long term it makes a difference, because now the next time you take this trade again and it loses, you're going to lose 1%, so you're down. You're actually down overall. So it feels good now. You've made 0.5 R, great. But long term, you're down. You're down because when you replicate this trade, you're going to replicate it with 1% risk. And like I said, this trade has a higher percentage chance of failing because of the position you're put in. Luckily today, there's a bit of volume. It was enough to give you a 20 pip push, you know, which was good. Enough to give you a 20 pip push, but you have to be careful. Compared to this trade where you have space, you know, this is what I'm trying to say. There's a big difference. That small difference gonna be make a massive impact here, you know, because you're not replicating the same. You're gonna replicate the same scenario, but the outcome is gonna be different because of this type of trade. You know, selling at supports. You know. So this is the problem. This is the problem. So long term, it just ends up losing. So people feel good. Oh, I did a good job. I made a good trade right now. And then long term, the P&L doesn't show that they're actually doing a good job. They wonder why. It's because of small details like this. So technically, you're actually better just getting out break even here. Even though you make money with 0.5 RR, you're better because you've still given, with break even, you've given yourself the chance to make more than a 1-to-1. I mean, make a 1-to-1 or at least a 0.8, you know? Because even 1 minute has no reason to manage or something like that, you know? And that's just the risk of selling at support, you know? If I took the same trade, I would have just sat at break even. I moved to B at tight target and then SL to 0.5 RR. When it hits 0.5, hoping pullback knocks strong, walk away with something. Yeah, but initially, what if price broke the low, rejected, and put you in drawdown? What if price put you in drawdown? If price put you in drawdown, how much are you going to lose in this trade? 1%? Because you risk 1%. Remember, this position you're selling at supports. This is right next to supports. I'm not saying this to put you off the trade. The setup makes sense, but the market positioning, it's not. Let me put it this way for you. Okay, so people can see this. If you all... Yeah, but my point is, how can you reduce loss if it immediately went into loss? You see what I'm saying? It could have immediately went into loss. So that's how it is. You have to be careful with that. Exactly, that's my point. Because think about it this way. Here's a simple way. If you took this position here, would you have taken this? Say this was in our session and you took these shorts here. Would you have taken this setup here? Or what would you say about this setup? If you took this position, would you take this position here? You would. That's wrong. So if you took this position, you would also take this position as well? You take both? Oh, never. Okay, you say never, but then why did you... Then that's my point, right? So you have to be careful with these. Because literally, this was the setup with our clean candles, and now we're selling the scraps. Yeah, you're pushing it a bit. That's what I mean, you're pushing it. So you can give yourself a shot, but understand that you're better off when you give yourself a shot. If you're going to give these shots often, it's all about long term, guys. Okay, it's all about long term. Think about it like this. Let's draw. These are 8 lines here, okay? If you're going to take these scrap trades, okay, and you're going to take the late trades, you need to take them all the time. Okay, and I recommend you either stop taking them or you have to take them all the time. Why do you have to take them all the time? Because the time it plays out, you need to let it hit that 1-to-1. Because these trades will lose more often. So maybe you will win. They still have probabilities. But ideally, it should end up something like this. It should be break even. You probably, sometimes you're going to get loss. Okay. Then you're going to get win, maybe win. You know, and that would be your result. So ultimately, overall, you're only getting +1. You know, you're only getting +1. Everyone spamming GJ in chat. What can you do with GJ, guys? It's already gone. It's gone, right? There's nothing. There's no 5-minute structure, no entry. Nothing for me. I'm not going to take this when the 5-minute is look like that. That's just not in my plan. You know, that's not in my plan. Because really, the only place it has to respect right now is your stop loss. It can come down 41 pips. I caught the GJ move already out. From where though? If you're out from here to here, it's not a correct trade. That. Make sure you're taking a. If you caught it from before, okay, fine. Send a chart. Let's see. Let's see. What time was this? Took a sell there. Yeah, depends on the time. I'm gonna check this, but I just want to see what DAX is doing. So DAX closing below all-time high here. This would be good to see some structure formed and then to close above all-time high. Nothing's closing above all-time high, so I can't take it till something closes above all-time high. Meantime, let's have a look at that GU, what happened there on GU. So where did you take this? Here. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, this, man. First of all, time. That time is just not a reliable time. Yes, it happened yesterday, but yesterday is not enough to say it's reliable for the rest of the week, especially on an NFP day. Second of all, read what price action is saying. Okay, and I show this a lot. This is pretty simple when you start to notice this. Price is making lower highs. Every time it makes a new low, it pulls back. New low, pull back. New low, pull back. Every time. So that's what's happening. Is that you're selling lows and getting caught in the pullback. Because there's no continuation. Even here. Close below, boom, pullback. New low, pullback. Every time. So make sure to see what price action. We're not seeing move down, consolidation, pullback, move down, no, we're seeing move down, pullback, move down, pullback, move down, pullback. Every time new low, it pulls back. So whenever you get that, you want to be extremely cautious, especially at that time. Why is it pulling back? Because lack of volume. It keeps needing to go up to grab volume to make a slightly new lower low. If you look at price progression, meaning how much is price progressing towards the downside, it's very minimal, right? You're looking at the progression between this low and the new low was about 5 pips. The progression was between this low was again about 5 pips. So it's only progressing 5 pips at a time, because it needs to keep going up to grab liquidity to progress 5 pips at a time. So you're better taking this sell here. This sell here would be a lot better. Slightly just about, maybe nipple close below. You have to check broker, but something like this. 30-minute, it would have made sense. 30-minute setup 2. Right? You're better taking a 30-minute setup 2. Even that, you can go that again now. If another setup 2 comes, you can try that. You know? But in terms of 4 hour, looking good for sells for sure. Daily also made sense. You know, and that's how that's why that probably failed there, right? You do this type of move in like a London session, it would be a lot better. I saw 5-minute closure above my resistance line, had my line wrong, 188.60. Let's see where 188.6. Too late, man, to take that trade. You want to be careful, because just because the 5-minute closed above, there's no structure. This is going to eat you up, right? This is technically long-term going to be a bad trade because you don't have anything here, right? And especially, yes, you got into about 8 pips of profit. If you even ran 5-minute stop loss, yeah, you get your 1-to-1, but whew, it's tight, bro. It's tight. Why is it tight? Because 5 minutes is not an entry time frame for Forex pairs, you know? So you want to be careful. On DAX, you can get away with that, but this without structure can bite you. And we don't want that, right? We don't want to be losing. Hey, Harry, is it possible to move down on gold just to create a bottom wick on daily as it has a nipple wick? I think it has a wick, so that counts. You know? You think price is going to sell on GJ? Not yet. So 15 minimum closure on Forex, yeah, as long as you have like a confirmation closure. So maybe, let's say the previous 1 hour is in a setup 1, previous 1 hour is still an active setup, then you can use 5 minutes to find an entry with tighter stops, etc. But remember, the 1 hour is your confirmation. You're not using a 5 minute as a confirmation candle. It's not confirmation, it's an entry if anything. So even if it's a nice setup or breakout, and if it's not in volume time, we should not take it? Yeah, because you have to take it during volume times. You have to take it during volume times. Like right now, this DAX position here could definitely fail, for sure, because it's early. No 5 minute structure as well. It's rough. So it's a tough one. It's like, okay, I have to rely on a full breakout right now. It's tough. For me, I wait for 15 here, at least to have a 15-minute candle breaking out. I want to see a 15-minute candle breaking out. If you go on the 5, it's fine. I would say it's just an earlier option. I don't trust this option just yet. Especially with no bottom wicks here. Double rejection wick. Still haven't crossed technically all-time high wick basis. Hi, what do I do? I'm not able to get out from last year, move from losses to break even and stuck into it like a loop. Yeah, it's a very common stage. It's a great stage to be in a break even stage because it's the last step before profitability. But the issue is that without seeing your trades, without seeing what mistakes you're making, I can't help you to get out of that stage. So, you know, whenever I've had someone in break even stage, it's a simple fix. Okay, what's causing them to be break even? And I just look at their charts, I look at what they're doing, and we discuss it together. But for me to tell you what's exactly going on, I don't know. But what I can do is I can give you some tips, is probably check what's, first of all, very easy. What's causing the break even? Is it you're up for the month and then you come back, or is it that you go and draw down and then you come up for the month? So you need to find which way is leading you to break even. Okay, if it's that there's just complete randomness, need to see some investigation of maybe your choice of trades. You need to see your execution, you know. So maybe it's even just the choice of trades of maybe you just simple as lack of holding it to TP, that your losses are always bigger than your wins is taking up. Like it's not a bad thing to have losses bigger than wins if you're winning more often, right? Like you'll see some, like there'll be a few of my trades that definitely the losses are bigger than the wins, but I'm picking those trades very carefully and there's a lower percent chance that they should lose. So I can allow myself to do that, you know? So this is where, you know, these small details make difference. And, you know, you just need feedback. And that's what I mean. Like a course can give you information, but the application is where the help happens. And it's actually why I started to have a community like that, because that's really how people improve. It's getting that application, right? Asking a question, sending the charts, just like what Maya did right now. Send me his chart to see what went wrong. Like that's applied to him. I can see exactly what. So his notes, you know, his notes is going to be to do what? To go and reconsider, okay, maybe let me not trust only one day of price action, etc, etc. Good trade in GJ, 1 hour, 4 hours, my BE point. I would say again, same thing as you risk price coming all the way to retest your entry here. But as on a 1 hour time frame, it does make a lot more sense. But again, you do want some sort of structure. Now you have structure form, so it's good. But this trade in the beginning could have just come all the way down here first. So you'd have to hold some nasty drawdown. And for me, I would just look to get an entry from here, even better entry. But based on 1 hour, it makes sense. The issue is that it's, you know, what is that? 42 pips for 33 pips. It's negative risk to reward trade. 4 hour BE is good, but it's just going to be a negative risk to reward trade. So I would encourage you to stay away as much as possible from negative, but the idea is fine. I still do not understand about 5-minute structure for GJ. I just saw the 15-minute candle close above and entered. Well, yeah, even the 15-minute candle close above, it hadn't had any pullbacks, right? So with no pullbacks, you can risk holding a pullback. Now, that's fine. You can sit through the pullback, but your stop loss needs to be below here to survive the pullback. You need to be able to survive the pullback. You can't put stop loss below previous candle because there's nothing here to protect you from that pullback. Nothing. That's where the danger is. $15 closing above here. Let's see what happens. What time is it? 30-minute no bottom wick. Stop loss placement is still tough. No 5-minute structure till back here. I kind of want stop loss placement below structure. Yeah, we just have to rely that there'll be no pullback right now. 1 hour no bottom wick can flip. How much do I rely? No pullback. Tough decision. You need a it's a tough decision. If this 5 minute can flip bearish right now, this would be good. I might have to enter half. It's a breakout, you know, you don't want to miss it. See if this 5 can close bearish. Do you have a bottom wick? Yeah, definitely. A long one. Where to place stop loss? Yeah, you kind of have to place it previous 15. No, not even below this structure here. Somewhere here, below the 4 hour. Come on, give me a pullback, man. Close bearish. Close bearish now. Is it okay to rely on 1 minute structure? You don't want to push boundaries like that. You can, yes, while in the trade. You can. But in this type of scenario, it's a little bit different. Normally, you rely on 1 minute structure if we were to get a big push here. So if we get a push, it shouldn't need to break 1 minute structure. So let's say it broke this high and pushed, then it has to respect the structure created here after that push. But right now it doesn't. It's kind of consolidating. So the idea is if it breaks this, will you get a push? See if we can get this pullback. Harry, when do we look at the 5-minute and when do we do that? I rely basically on what 15-minute tells me. Yes, but you have to check even if 15-minute doesn't have structure, then you check the 5 if it has structure. That can help you use the 15-minute. No bottom wick in 30-minute, 1 hour is fine in DAX. It's a threat. It's a threat, but on the open candles like Frankfurt Open, London Open, it's not always a problem after you have the 15 close. But that's why we want 5-minute structure here. Same DAX trade as we took yesterday, we had 5-minute structure, right? Yesterday we took DAX buys. Why did they work so well? Because we had 5-minute structure. Which is the same. We had a 15-minute close plus nice 5-minute as well. It was in here. We were actually not, we were even trading back to the 5-minute highs yesterday, right? On yesterday's trade. Problem is if it breaks out, it's going to break out hard maybe. So maybe it's worth half. And there's someone at the door. Not now, bro. They can't be at the door now. Okay, here's all-time high. 1 minute open on a gap. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, it will probably go. That's the 5-minute close above all-time high. Good bottom wick this. Now we have the close above all-time high as well. So confirmed, not liquidity grab above here. Bottom wick being made. Potential structure right now. 30-minute will close above. The best setup right now would be if this 5-minute candle closes bearish, next one closes bullish above. But I think there's a lot of volume here. We might not get that. So in that case, I want to have some skin in the game. So I will add a position, not full risk, not half, just a little bit above, breaking this high, just to have skin in the game. SL I'm going to put below the 1 minute range, because if this is going to continue up, it should respect 1 minute high lows. Because if it breaks that, it should be over. Then you're just wrong. But The big caveat is we've had a close above wick basis all-time high. We've had a close above that, not just a wick past it, you know. Just give me a second. I'm gonna take this order, but this guy is still at the door here. Okay, I'm back. 1 minute 45 seconds. Now I have to wait for 15 maybe. With 1 minute. Ah. Now it's a tough decision. Wait 1 minute or go. Because you know what it's like. Last 1 minute can blast. I'm still at least gonna go half here. Okay, on my broker there's a little bit of a gap up, so it's not really broken it. It's kind of stalled at the moment. Do you guys have that gap up? So let's see. So I was waiting for the rebreak of the high. Yeah, so with the gap up, we need to go on the break of the high. Broke high do, but not in yet? Yeah, same. Broke high on this, but there's a gap up, so it never reached the highest high of the gap up. So now that we have this pullback, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. That's what we wanted, actually. Alright, here's the new open. 30-minute close above, well, 15-minute leaving rejection, but still closing above. Alright, perfect. Anything closing above here, even breaking it, I think I can go in. But if it makes a deeper bottom wick, then that's how I'll leave it. But I still have my buy stop there. So I still have it at the break of the high, the buy stop. I'll see if I get triggered. If it's like 30 seconds, I'll still leave it because then I still expect a close above. We can now use 5 minute as SL. No, I think that's too tight. I'll still give it some room. Because it's only like a 1 candle pullback. It's just a pause candle, you know. We can use that as management, which is better. As long as this candle closes bullish, I'm still up for it. Going full or half, up to you, man. Up to you. Still prefer 15-minute pullbacks or something. We have 1 candle 5-minute pullback, so you could go. Depends on your tolerance. Probably keep it like 8.5, something like that. That's what I have budgeted. Happy with this close. No bottom wick here. I want a bottom wick. I can rely on the 15. 5 bottom wick shouldn't matter too much, to be honest. Stop loss is still based on 15. So I shouldn't let that put me off. I would prefer bottom wick though. See if it gives it to us now would be nice. Don't have to worry about it. I have one on broker now already. Spread trigger me in. You need to account for spread, guys. Guys, your execution needs to be better here. Account for spread. Always put everything like. Make sure everything is done. Like, look, you can see how I will get triggered when I get triggered. Look, still not triggered yet. It's about to, look. Right, that triggered me on my broker. Nice push already. Like a nice strong 5-minute close would be great here. Let's see how we go. Ooh, no bottom wick here. Would prefer bottom wick if I'm being honest. Problem is I really need the bathroom, so if this could go, it would be good. Like urgent. Did you increase risk this time? Last trade I did. This trade I'm higher than before, but not full. I'm like 85%. 100 being full risk. For runners 22, yeah, let's first get to 1-to-1 and then we can discuss about runners targets. Yeah, we can manage stop loss to here now. Reduce stop loss to 9 points. Shouldn't need to break this. Yeah. We'll reduce it. I really need the bathroom, guys. I'm gonna come back. Urgent. I was hoping for some bathroom volume. 15-minute close here. A safe option here would be break even. If you don't have profits to play with, you can get out break even, like just sit at break even. If you want to manage, you can manage for only 9 points. 9-point SL is not bad. There's two choices here. But if the next 15-minute dumps, don't complain that there wasn't the option to get out break even. Oh, no bottom wick here. There's no bottom wick here. I'm scared this is driving up to grab liquidity to flip down. You have wick on broker? I don't have on IC. Hopefully this can create 1 minute structure, and then we can manage based on this 1 minute structure. If we can re-break these highs now, should be great. Come on, DAX. Wake up, DAX. Let's go. Come on. We re-break the highs. I think that would be break even for me. Even though now I'm basically mental break even. Because we have 1 minute structure. Yeah, I'm gonna be break even here. Now, we shouldn't need to break this structure to continue up right now. And we have some room between that structure. We just need some volume. We just need a little bit of a push to come through here. We have structure formed now, so if we're going to continue this trend up, I would be surprised for it to break structure and then still continue up. If it does, it's going to do a deeper retrace. We can get another entry that way. So we can get out this, lose nothing, and then get another entry. Be great to get some volume here just to push us up. Guys, make sure to leave a like on the stream for some volume. We need some volume. I need your help. 479 of us in here. Only 100 likes. Get the likes up to 200 so we can get some volume. It helps. It's a trick. Come on, we're giving trades, managing it, talking about it live. Who does this live every single day? Not many for this long, especially in London. So we need some hype. The market's feeling sleepy. It's making me feeling sleepy. So it needs to pump it. We need to see some volume here. Come on, DAX. Pump it. We're in a break-even position. Either way, it's all good, right? We lose nothing now. No risk. It's free. This is free money right now. So if it can actually do its job, it would be great. Actually be great. No. Flip back, flip back. Okay, 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 okay. This is good. Okay. Come on, now the volume needs to come. That's the liquidity grab. So it really doesn't need to. If it re-breaks this low, it's it. I think we're going to have a deeper retrace. Good 5-minute close above. Has no reason to break this low now. Has no reason to break this low. I mean, you could technically even trail stop loss and profit now. And you can make a big 1.2, 1.1 points. You can be rich with 1.1 points of profit. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave at B. I'm just going to leave at B. There's no way you guys could be out B. This is like 1 point difference. There's no chance. Then you're setting your B where? Like mine's not even close. Not even close. Like look, that's my B. It's not even close. Not even close. And look, you can see my spread. And it's not even close. Let's go DAX. Some volume, please. Definitely not an aggressive move. NFP day can do this. We're just not seeing so much, but hopefully some volume comes in soon. We're definitely just grabbing liquidity from the lows right now. We have open in 8 minutes. Yeah, I want to be more in profit for open, to be honest. Just in case it liquidity grabs down. If it breaks, like I said, we just need to break this high. Once we break this high, I'm not scared about pullbacks. Pullbacks are just going to be potential higher lows. We need to bring out the lobster. This is why. Oh, never mind. As I said that, it dumps. Let's bring out, let's see it. Bring out. Come on. Go get the lobster. Is this a setup? Yeah, we're already in though, huh? Just so you know. Been in for a while. You're scaring DAX? It's been scared for a long time. I went already. I tried all the tricks, toilet, everything. It's all been done. No, that's now you're trying to get something out of this. This actually sucks. Come on. We need some volume. But it's okay. Break even is totally fine. Totally fine. But if this closes below like this, yeah, it looks like it wants to pull back deeper. Then we can look for buys above here. We can look buys above that resistance. Okay, now we just let DAX do its thing. Come on. See, this 1 minute needs to respect. Oh, that should stop me out break even, pretty sure. 90% sure. Yeah, that's me out break even. So got stopped out break even there, guys. Was a good try. Was a good try. What setup was this? Setup 1 on 15. 15-minute close above 30-minute actually. Setup 1 on 30-minute. 30-minute close above all-time high. Break of high was the entry. You don't recognize that setup? So yeah, good attempt, good attempt. And that's it, man. How many points did we see here? We saw 9 points, not enough to close. Was close. Moritz is still in. Maybe you get lucky and it bounces right now. Never mind, it's not bouncing, so I'm out break even. Don't hold if you want to take full SL. I'm not managing your trade for you. Slipped me so bad. How? B is okay? No, B is great. It follows the plan. Everything follows the plan. Lack of volume. I don't want to hold through potential London Open pullback. Being in drawdown for London Open is very scary. If you guys are getting slipped now, imagine how it is at London Open. You get absolutely screwed. Absolutely screwed. So we want to be careful. But there's another re-entry above this high here. But to be honest, was a great shot here. Happy with that. I would take that 100 times. And it's just a break-even trade, which is completely normal. Good thing with DAX is there's no commission, so you don't lose much. Even if you're getting slipped, then you're just losing the equivalent of commissions. Unless you're getting slipped massive amounts, which is a little bit silly. It's actually a 30-minute setup one with 5-minute structure. So we can say it's based off 5. Put it 30. What time was this? We got triggered 11:37. That's the power of break even, is that we don't lose anything and now we have no uncertainty. And we can just relax now. Especially on an NFP day, like I'm very happy on an NFP day to be safer. NFP day, you want to be safer. You know? So this closed, did it close back in the range or at the range? Closed back in the range. So this might be a pullback to continue down if it wants to be nasty. 15-minute closing bearish, potentially 2 minutes for London Open. What do we say, guys? London Open is up or down? What are we saying? Up or down London Open? You think big up? Down then up? Down then up, yeah. That would be classic. And that's where you get caught out if you're holding the trade. Make sure, guys, to be careful. We have London Open here in 2 minutes. I know some people in YouTube chat are gambling. Don't gamble. Just don't gamble. It's NFP day, you know. Don't gamble, right? Don't. You have so many chances to get out break even. I was calling break even for a long time. So break even, nothing, bro. You don't lose anything. No commissions on DAX. You're chilling. Chilling. So let's see if we can get a re-entry. I already have a re-entry plan. It's going to be a close above here for buys. So I'm positive re-entry is a plan here. Question is, 1 hour has to close above now. I got B both on GJ buy and DAX buys. Let's see what happened with the GJ buys. Oh, I don't see how, if you held, what was your B plan? You put B here, this came, stopped you up B if you entered a little bit late. I can see that. I can see that happening. You know, if your spread's a little bit more, yeah, best definitely 1.5 pip spread. Yeah, that candle will take you up break even if you put it with spread. So your break even maybe wants to be where the actual candle was. So you're doing break even technically, not spread wise. This would have stopped us out if I held this position, by the way, guys. We move stop loss to here. That would have hit stop loss. So keep in mind that that was better. If you held original stop loss, you would have been fine. This would have been a very frustrating situation, guys, because I had no reason to adjust my stop loss lower again. So I would have just left stop loss here. I would have been tapped out stop loss, and now it looks like it's reversing 10 seconds before London Open. It would have been a very emotional kind of like, oh my God, and now London Open's coming and you don't know what to do. And then, you know, so look at break even is a great option here. Now we push, but hey, what to do? We didn't get the push before. Wow, lol, GG. Why? What's wrong? This is normal, man. It's London Open. London Open. You would have been stopped. You would have been stopped out. That hit TP, by the way. It would have hit stop loss first. It would have hit stop loss first. Adjusted stop loss. Yeah, and if this dumped and ran through your stop loss, what are you going to say to yourself? What are you going to say to yourself? Just saying, but doesn't help, right? It creates like a environment of woulda, coulda, oh, it would have hit 1-to-1. It's not just saying. That's emotion coming out. That's a proof of emotion. Like for me, nothing. I feel happy because I know I adjusted my stop loss. This would have been a loss here. It would have tapped me out and then London Open would have come. So this is how it is. It's a normal London Open on DAX, which is a 50-50. I mean, I'm still trying to experiment a way to find out. I'm trying to find a way out to see if you can predict. The problem that I'm finding at London Opens is sometimes you see price flip down and then give the move up. This is what's scary. But one thing I'm noticing, guys, every time London opens without going down first, it always rejects at some point. Always. I'm seeing this time and time again. So if the open goes up, it normally rejects at some point. So yeah, break-even trade is great for an NFP day. We gave it a shot. It gave us 9 points. If no continuation, how can I control that? The plan was great. The patience was great. The waiting for the to get the structure was nice. We were lucky we got the structure, and it gave us great confidence to sit in that position. Now, if price doesn't want to continue up, no problem. We have another buy if something closes above here. Do you think buy is above on DAX? Of course. It hasn't broken out. It hasn't gone, right? It's coming back in the range. It's very early. If it closes above here, it's ready to go again. You go same trade again, and then this time you hopefully get volume. Now you have more confirmation. Now you have a 15-minute structure, 5-minute structure, 1 hour close. It's even a better trade, this. This is even a better trade. So I'll be happier taking this. So we're going to keep an eye on this, see it, let it develop, see how GJ has done. GJ has pushed up through the range here. Batman's trade, 1 hour stop. Now you should just be at break even with that. Now you can chill there. No need to, you know, lose that trade then. Try push it for a 1-to-1, I would say. See how it reacts. How much you had, like 38 pip stops. You know, you could get 38 pips out of this if you just get a bit of volume to push past the high. So try get your 1-to-1 there. Let's see what gold did here, guys. So gold, 1 hour actually closed back in the range, and that was my point, that this could just be a retest to continue up. Now that's what I was trying to say very early, is that this could have just been a retest to go up, but luckily it gave the 20 pip push down. Maybe it would only give that 7 pip push down, 8 pip push down. That's why you want to be careful selling at this zone here. Cool thing is, if this pops up here and then closes back below here, you could actually take sells back down. You could take sells down again. Now this doesn't become relevant anymore. This little zone here can go. So you can take sells back down here. I'll have to download that image, Carson. Not lazy, but I'm just not bothered to download. Now that we've... Let's have a look here. Sells below this. This, yeah, I mean, the buys above. Okay, this is interesting to me. Why choose buy above here instead of buy above here to here? So I rather you trade a plan where you're buying above most recent instead of buying later. You don't want to buy later. If you can avoid buying later, then you always do that, right? That'll be my feedback there. Otherwise, it's fine. If you just click the camera icon, you can send a screenshot that's so I can see what lines you're putting, like this daily 4 hour blah blah blah. Yeah, you had the same plan. Pullback for sells as well. Yeah, I like that. Go plan, same pullback for sells. Gold pullback for sells, good structure. You can take buys. Yep, that was also fine. Okay, I'm happy with that. No buy plan. No buy plan. I think include a buy plan there. It is correct to have a buy plan. Yeah, no trades in this range. Breakout will be good. Perfect. Keep it simple. That's how you want to make that plan simple. And that's where most traders fail, guys. Most traders fail because in that position, they don't keep the trade simple enough. They try overcomplicate it. They don't trust the breakout. They think the breakout won't work. Yeah, you need some confirmations, like breakouts. Most people fail at trading breakouts because they don't know how. There's like specific things you need to know, which I'm showing here on the live stream, as you guys could see. I also need to log this 35. Leave the range, right? Keep it simple. Buys to push through. All of this is a mess. This is giving yourself a big headache here. This should just immediately be identified as messy range. Like this is all losing trades in here. Look at the wicks, you know. The minute you see tight consolidation like this, just call it. I know you said best buys, but no need even to plan for this, you know. Just say prefer to stay out the range. Yep. Sells set up to 5. Yep. Previous 1 hour support. Yeah, that's even safer if you want to run it like that. Yep. Liquidity, yeah. Liquidity grab to the highs first would be sick. This is a great point you mentioned here. Very, very valid point. We spoke about gold together. Difficult to sell currently, yes. Buys, yes. Breakout. Perfect. Well done, boys. Journal from yesterday, I'm gonna have a look at it, don't worry. We're asking, what do you think about 30R on DAX to trade back up to it? 15 close. It's not mad. No, it's not mad, but I just don't like... It's not mad, actually. I just don't like on an NFP day, because if DAX gets stuck in the range, it will respect this high and just that's it. It won't break out today. We'll have this as for London and then that's it. But you know, when it breaks out, there's a lot of upside. You know, we have a lot of room. See a journal from yesterday. Yeah, this was yesterday's trade. Nice, nice. This was journal for today. All right. Yeah, nice markup. I like the way you're writing this. Nice, interesting chart colors. It's nice. That's, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Joe, but what is this? Is it like only $50? One month TS exclusive gone thanks to DAX slippage. But that you got slipped way more than me. I barely got slipped, see? That's pretty much bang on, to be honest. Traders lose trades, then they want to cry and scream. Those are breakdown traders. Yeah. You shouldn't need to cry and scream, that's for sure. Okay, we're retapping the resistance. Let's see if we want to get above. $15-minute close? Yeah, we could even try a 5, depending on how it all sorts itself out. Yes, brother. Below this 5, 26 points, 25 points. Looking at DAX, 50-minute close above resistance, clean 1-to-1, which I think was enough. Although I know it's at an all-time high. Yeah, but your stop loss placement is below nothing. It's below no structure. FTMO was perfect on C-Trader copying across, no slippage, makes no sense. Should normally be the opposite way around, right? Harry, would you ever consider switching to something like a 1-to-2 risk to reward? If I could just magically press a button and switch to a 1-to-2 risk to reward, don't you think I would do that? He pulled back in, dump it. Don't you think I would do that if just magically I can press a button and switch to a 1-to-2 risk to reward? Do you know there's a reason why I don't? Because it probably doesn't work. A lot of people chasing risk to reward, they're not profitable, right? Because they just spend this journey trying to chase risk to reward and can't make profits in the market. Because you keep trying to make risk to reward thinking, if I have high risk to reward, I can take more losses and make it back. But you don't win to begin with. Because every time you keep holding a trade and it never makes it. Yeah, because you held, but you said you weren't up break even. This should have tapped you break even definitely here. Then you held on that and boom. But yeah, that's some gaps, nasty gaps. I put the wrong number. Yes, by my entry today, because the spread would be part of a perfect, would be part of perfect entry. Yeah, no, I agree, man. Nothing you can do there, man. It's not, you know, the biggest issue. What to do? Yeah. All right, 4 minutes. This candle failed to close above. This will also be the 15-minute close here. 15-minute close failed to close above as well. I need to see a 5-minute close above here would be ideal. 5-minute close above. I hope it doesn't blast through, but it might happen. So be ready for that. RR is for swing traders, probably. And yeah, I mean, because as a swing trader, you're trying to capitalize a bigger move of the market. So it makes sense that you're going to get higher R to R, but you're giving it more time as well, right? What pair is this, bro? This is called DAX or German 30, German 40, whatever your broker wants to call it. Yeah, I think this is gonna push. I'm trying to think, okay, what other way did I have in? Maybe break of this high, but this is all kind of hindsight, you know? Definitely at the time you'd be looking at different things. 1 hour. The 15 closing below is quite a difficult mix. I mean, if the 15 close above, then this would definitely be an option to, and then I'd be asking myself, why didn't I take it just based off of 15? Impulsively through the high, I wouldn't have taken it impulsively. The 1 minute. The 1 minute is a possibility, yeah. You know, but now we're just making excuses, right? Because if there was no entry on 1 minute, what are we gonna say? 32nd? Like if it wasn't our plan before the position, then you can't make excuses, right? Like if you didn't plan it before, like it's a dangerous thing to go back and always try find a way in. Because if you always try find a way in, you're going to make excuses as how to get in and think you were wrong. When ultimately your job is to make a plan and execute on that plan. So if it was not planned, we were planning the 15 minute, the 5 minute and the 30 minute. So I'm checking on the 5 minute, on the 15 minute, on the 30 minute, did I have an entry? And I can confirm 30 minute, in hindsight, maybe breaking this high, but ultimately now it doesn't look good, right? 15 minute, there was no entry, and 5 minute, there was no entry. So ultimately here, no, on my planned timeframes, there was nothing. 15 closed below, maybe not ready yet, and it'll mess up the buyers. Yeah, 15 and 5 didn't close above, so it's 2 timeframes. 30 technically has closed bearish the previous one. So technically you have 2 things. There's entry on 5 seconds, you missed it? Damn, man, sorry. Maybe I should check the 1 second next time. What about this 5? It's possible, we just have to see how it closes. Might close below, you know. We'll see in 36 seconds. Look, it's closing below. So this is why waiting for closures is good, right? This was an example of like how you can be tricked, right? How many people were saying the 1 minute, right? 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, if this played out, you will tell yourself in your head the 1 minute was correct. But it didn't play out, now you forget about it. You're like, ah, no, 1 minute wasn't right, it wouldn't be in my plan. And you start to fool yourself in the markets, right? But we never planned the 1 minute from before this, any of this happened. So it should never be a consideration. You know? It should never be a consideration, the 1 minute. But if there was an entry on the 5, the 15, or the 30 and we missed it, then yeah, we can consider. That's a discussion. That's where we can start to say, hey, maybe I missed something today. And I can go back and improve, note that down and say, this is how I can improve on my trading. Instead of trying to chase things that you never noticed in the first place. And then you think, oh, I just have limited knowledge. And then you chase that the next time and it's a losing trade because it was never planned to begin with. This is the cycle where you end up messed up. Quite new to at least trading on live, and it can be hard not FOMOing, but it's been a lot better recently. Yeah, but always keep note of how many times you would have FOMOed and it would have failed. Like right now, you would have FOMOed, it failed, you know, and there'll be a lot of examples where you see that. Like I'm happy. I'm telling you one thing: when you start to become good at trading, you need to start to feel good about your losses, and the only way you can cope with losses long term is first to understand they're a business expense, and second, to understand, which is the most important, that you did everything in your ability to make sure this was the highest probability. Because how could I be upset at myself now? If I know, right? If I knew that I did everything to my best ability, if I know that I've done everything to my max and it followed my plan and the trade still loses, how are you supposed to feel bad? You know? And it's a testament to what I've been doing for over a year and a half. I don't think people realize or can comprehend. If you just see the stream journal, in a year and a half, there's been 34 losses. 34 losses is very relaxed, guys. This is great. So if I can minimize how many times I lose, I'll take it. And you can see there's a lot of break-evens, 48 break-evens. Half of those would have hit TP, half of those would have hit break-even. I mean, would have hit SL. So let's say I can add 24 more wins to my winning streak, or not winning streak, but to my wins, but I would also add 24 losses more. So instead of 34 losses, I would have, I'd have, what's this, 34, 60 losses. So for me, it's better to take a break even than a loss, like today. What do you think about the gold S3 setting up as the DAX same time? Let's have a look, brother. Gold S3, which one? Not seeing an S3 at the moment. This is not an S3. There's no S3s. You have to tell me why this is not an S3. GJ rejected 4-hour resistance. Not out of the ordinary. Would that be an S2? No, it is an S3, but it's just a wrong S3. Reason being is that when an S3 happens, you don't want, first of all, you want more range, but you want the top wick to be shorter than the bottom wick, not vice versa. Less than 2 losses for 1.5 years. Come on, boys, can't be less than 2 losses a month for 1.5 years. Can't be chiller. Yeah. Those setups confuse you? Bro, you literally can print it out and put it in front of your face. You have the resources. Go to resources. Look, the setups are there. I'm not going to spoil it on stream so everyone goes and steals it. But here, you can see setup 1, 2, 3 I've already given people. Like, it's literally there. You can just go and see it yourself. Wow, great detail in this, huh? It doesn't say anything about Wix. Well, if you want to find out about Wix, watch the setup 3 video on Warp. So you can hear exactly how it is. Come on, man. You're German. You're supposed to be precise. Where's the precision? Don't let down your country. It's my time. I can attack him now. Can I tap him now? Don't start with your logic. I'm telling you the truth, man. Just stating facts. It's looking like NFP day is becoming a little bit choppy here. A little bit choppy. I'll be a bit cautious. We're not seeing the continuation we normally see. 12:25. Yesterday, what did we see? What time? 12:31. Around the same time. And we're seeing liveliness. 31, 3, 6. Oh, up to date. We need more columns. What about GJ sells top of range bottom with either 30-minute closing bearish followed by a 15 setup 5? Yeah, that would be valid if that happened. This looks like good if this can close above. Harry, how to control your emotions in a trade if I'm following my plan? Well, that's it. You followed your plan, so just following your plan should control your emotions. If you really have issues, then just take a trade and then step away. You know, and put alerts and then only take action based on those alerts. Yeah, reduce size till you learn the skill. That's a good point Yas makes, you know. Reducing size will remove. Is there any trader with a win rate of 1 to 3 RR? Is that even possible to have such a thing? Definitely. Higher win rate as well. But he's probably taking 1 or 2 positions a year. So it takes 1 or 2 big 1 to 3 RR positions that win, which gives him the 80 plus win rate. You know, actually you would normally see them really high, like 100% win rate. You know? But no one who's taking, but they're only taking maybe 1 or 2 positions a year. No one who's trading on a regular basis, no. Swing traders? Yeah. For 1 to 3 traders? No, I'm saying for 1 to 3 with a 80% win rate. But to try do that like once a week? Nah, no chance. Catch a 1 to 3 once a week. Group of American traders from the 90s who were trading African markets as they found an edge. They had a 45 accuracy, but with an RR of 25. Wow, that's a massive RR. Yeah, they can lose a lot, no problem. One trade will make it back. I mean, 45% win rate on that is even going to be powerful. Right, technically this 5 minute is closing above here. Never mind. Oh, never mind. You see how that tease, man? What a tease. Yeah, this is closing below. 30-minute closed here, 30-minute closing above. 15 is above its own resistance. A lot of rejection wicks, right? So I've never seen DAX break out to an all-time high after making so much rejection wicks. You know? Like, I've never seen DAX do this. Normally when DAX breaks, it breaks, right? So I'm even convinced that there possibly could be a fake out after this, even if it does try breakout. It's looking fishy. It's just looking fishy. It's rejecting the 50 zone. Yeah, it's picked the 50 to reject off. Actually, it's a little bit below the 50. I guess that'll depend on broker feed. Have you met with Oprah Winfrey? Why would I meet with Oprah Winfrey? What does she need from me? If we have the balls to hold DAX... Wait, I didn't. Skipped. We can get big RR. If we held yesterday to all-time high, could have been 3.5 and through NY session around 8R. I think we need to look at breakouts. Nice breakouts previous day. Nice to hold runners maximize. Yeah, definitely. You know, definitely on runners should just leave them. But every time I try to leave a runner, it came back. But I think just automatically every time. Would you give a shot now? Nice top wick? No, I would wait for 5 closing above. You should just make a habit with it, like every time leave a runner. But sometimes it's nice just to secure full because you get paid, you know? Yeah, yesterday would have been ideal to leave a runner, but I just was happy with the profits, you know? New risk, you get happy with it. Is there any Telegram channel you can share signals? My signals cost $25,000. You have to pay $25,000. You can get access to my signals. $25,000 per quarter. Then you can get access to my signals. Yeah, these gold sales are not bad. You don't want 5-minute closing back in the range though. $25K for signals? Yes. He probably thinks I'm serious. He's probably like, fuck this guy. He's probably, I'm gonna find on an article, do you know Tradesharpe sells signals for 25K? What a scammer. No. Bro, both of my products, if you buy everything from me, it doesn't reach $100. If you buy our backtesting simulator and you buy the exclusive group, both you get for 1 month. It's not even $100. Pretty affordable. Harry, for a runner, I've been doing a lot of work just for runners based on the 4-hour daily, 1-hour time frame. Usually use the whole session. It's working, which is based on all our setups 1, 2, 3. Yes, for sure. But we need, in that sense, you need good range to be there. 10k to 10k is 10k customer to mil. What? Oh, 10k to millions is 10k. Oh, damn. DAX closing below again. All right, I'm done. That's not showing me some confidence. I'm going to call it here, guys. Have a great weekend. NFP later on. Trade after NFP. Don't do before. Don't be silly. Don't blow your account. It's only the beginning of the month, first week of the month. We don't need a blown account. If this closes above, there might be an option here to try buy. Analyze at your own risk if you're happy to take it. We are seeing signs of some liquidity grabs and some randomness. So I can't say that this is a breakout that I fully trust. Since, you know, we're not seeing signs of continuation. But the candle that does close above can give it. If you're happy to risk some profits, you can give it a shot here, but it's not always guaranteed. So that's how it's going to be. Same thing with gold. Needs to be able to flip. I'd say maybe a 5-minute close below now is going to be safer. 9 minutes till this closes, so you have time. But that's what I would watch. So take care all. And hopefully catch you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. And please do stay safe in NFP, all right? Leave a like on the stream before you leave. Leave a subscribe, all that good stuff. Take care. Trade sharp. Hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace. Cheers, guys. Cheers.